What is up, guys? Welcome to Two in the Zone. We do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. That might be changing soon, but please, my friend, the one, the only, the GOAT, Dead Press Picks. How are you doing, my guy?
What's up, Ray? Yeah, super excited today. Got the Masters, we got baseball, NBA, we got a little bit of everything, so I'm fired up.
Everything, man. It's a great week of sports. We just had the national title, right, in college basketball as well. So this week is insane. Everybody, please give our sponsor a follow. They are so close to 10,000 followers right there on the screen at 7 Stack Sports, the best book on Twitter. Reduced juice lines, minus 105. They're going to do -1 lines for baseball games, which is really big for those who like to do -1. I know Ded and I like to do that from time to time as well. Same day payouts if you're using cryptocurrency. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, I believe also. So same day. And then best customer service, best book, best promotions, best odds boost. So definitely check them out. I know a couple of people already DM me this morning. If they sign up with 7 stacks, do they get VIP plays? And I said, I got you, bro. So all day, every day, sign up with them and we'll hook you up.
Yes, sir. So we got MLB today, AC. A lot of people I know want to talk about that. Obviously, opening day. So let's start with that. We're going to give you guys a couple NBA picks. Some of these NBA games suck. They just don't matter, so we're not going to waste our breath on them. But we do have the Celtics and the Bucks tonight, which we're going to get into, and then the Sixers Raptors that we're going to get into. But we're not going to talk about the Warriors, Lakers, those types of games, because at this point they are irrelevant. But let's kick it off with the game that's about to start any minute right now from the Windy City. We got the Brewers and the Cubs. I believe that's in about 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes that starts up. So the season's back, man. For me, I'm on the Cubs team total under. I got it early yesterday at 4.5. It's down to 3.5, so I'm lucky I got that good number there. Do I like it at 3.5? A lot of people have asked that. Obviously, you know how massive of a difference that one run is. So I advised, to at least try and get 4. But it's Corbin Burnes on the mound, right? Cubs, if you look at this lineup, they do not have a lot of firepower.
Awful.
At all. And then the bullpen of the Brewers. We know how lethal they can be. I think they're still a top 5 bullpen in baseball. But, AC, do you have any action in that early game?
No action on this. I like that. The only caveat, though, is the wind is blowing straight out of the park. So that's something you have to worry about. But if you're just on the Cubs team total, I'm good with that. Everybody knows Corbin Burnes is a beast. I think he's going to go through that lineup really, really easily the first 2 times. We'll see how he is on the third go-around, but I do like that lean.
All right. Yep, love that one. Other MLB games that start kind of early today, we got the Cleveland Guardians obviously making their debut as they will head to Kansas City, and we will see Zach Greinke again as a Royal. The last time Greinke was a Royal, AC, I was in grade school, so it's been quite some time, but he's back to it now. Getting the opening day start, pretty cool story. Obviously, he was a all-star there, won a Cy Young with the Royals. But give me your thoughts on this one. I like the under with it being Bieber and Greinke, and you know me, I'm a big under better, especially the beginning of the season, but I'd like to hear your thoughts on this.
So I don't want to offend anyone, but I think Greinke is washed. He's older than me, which is really old. And then he's lost all of the steam off his fastball the last couple seasons. I don't see it improving. The fact that he's the opening day starter is more of like a sentimental thing, in my opinion. Also, the big news out of Kansas City is Bobby Witt, right? Bobby Witt will be making his debut today in the big leagues, which is the number one. He's the number one, young guy coming out. All of his cards, his baseball cards, are on fire right now. But this line is a little fishy, man. I thought the Guardians would be bigger favorites, but basically -120 against a bad Kansas City team. If I had to lean one way, I would actually like the Royals. Maybe Royals run line in this game, but no action for me. I do have action on this next game, Dad. I took the Cardinals. Brubaker is trash, in my opinion. Wainwright, although he's up there in age, I think these type of games where it's short, quick, I think he's gonna get through the lineup really quickly. I just took them at 1 unit though, because it is really juicy at -170. But I like the Cardinals later.
Yeah, I mean, cool story there. Also, obviously with Pujols returning home, but you have that core that helped them win World Series. Obviously, Yachty's still there, Wainwright. So, an exciting season ahead for the Cardinals, who should be a very solid team. I would also lean them on that one. Maybe the run line or -1. I think the money line I'd have -175, 180 range. I think it's continued to creep up. All right, then we get to the night slate here. Mets and Nats. This is an interesting game because I think the Mets, a lot of people, including myself, and I'm a diehard Phillies fan, know they're the best team in the East. But here's the issue with the Mets. Every year, it just seems like they
Every year.
yeah, well, I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe it's going to be the DeGrom narrative that he can't stay healthy. Scherzer now, obviously, his age becomes a factor. But if they are to stay healthy, this is the most talented roster in the East. Do they win tonight? They're only -120 against the Nationals. It is, I believe, Patrick Corbin, correct? Yeah, Corbin getting the ball for the Nats. Corbin, a guy he's inconsistent. Last year, he really struggled at times. So I'd like to hear your thoughts on this one.
So I'm on the Nationals season team win total under. So if they win this game, I'll be off to a really bad start. I lean the Mets here. I think the fact that it's not Scherzer or DeGrom on the mound, they're both kind of injured right now, and they're still favored is a testament to how, like you said, how talented their roster is. I think they're gonna do enough to get it done today. I know the line movement is going against the Mets, but I do like the Mets to sneak one out today, hopefully.
Yeah, it becomes a game that I think you could overthink easy, right? Because that line, but lineup-wise, still a heavy advantage to the Mets, and I don't think Corbin, warrants this line being as low as it is. I think the Mets get to him, so I like the Mets as well. All right, Reds, Braves. This is another under I like. Mally's been actually a lot better on the road, so he's been better away from home, statistically speaking, through his career, especially last year. Max Frey gets the ball for the Braves. Max was a little bit off at times last year, but I think people might forget how dominant this guy is.
Yeah.
I mean, he's top
Talented.
tier. The Reds lineup, AC, they lose a lot of their big dogs from a year ago. Castellano, Winker, Suarez. They lose. Tucker Barnhart was a guy who would start a lot. So that they have a lot of holes to fill. They lost a lot of that roster from a year ago. I don't think offensively they're going to pose much of a threat here today. I mean, to my knowledge, Tommy Pham's going to hit third for them. That's not good.
No.
He's not a true three. Their lineup's not going to be able to do much. The question becomes, can the Reds shut down this Atlanta lineup? Because I think there's people forgetting how good of a lineup this team is.
Acuna's back too. Yep.
Freddie Freeman lost. But yeah, Olsen obviously it was a huge addition for them. Marcelo Zuna, who was out last year, right? Acuna won't start the season, but like you said, he'll be back as the year goes on. This is a team that might have Dansby Swanson hitting ninth. Like, this is a deep, deep lineup. So that's the thing. Maybe Reds team total, but I like the full game under here in this one today.
I lean the same way. I lean the full game under, and if you don't want to do that, the Reds team total under. Dead made some really, really great points, great analysis there. This Reds lineup is going to struggle. I think they're going to be one of the lower, scoring output teams out of the entire MLB. So give me the under on this, and if you don't like that, do the Reds team total under.
Yeah, I think that any kind of underplay here is good. All right, let's get to these last two games, AC. So we'll say we got the whole MLB slate for opening day. The Astros and the Angels. This is the game I'm most excited to watch tonight because it's Shohei Ohtani, who's obviously always great television. And this Astros team, I think I'm a little surprised they're a dog in this spot, right? I mean, from a line standpoint.
I think it's the Ohtani factor.
It has to be. But, I mean, still, it's the Astros. Like, I know they lost Correa last year. What's your thoughts on this game?
I'm a big fade Ohtani guy in general. I did that all last season. Obviously, he's a one in generation type talent, right? Pitching and hitting. But I think he's just really overvalued as a starting pitcher. And that's not saying he's bad. I just think from a bookmaking standpoint, I think they give him a little too much respect. I think the Astros hold all the value in this. And you're right. Like, even though they lost Carlos Correa really Correa really only had a great second half of the season last year. I think he was hurt or maybe slow start in the first half. Look for Bregman to have a really big year for the Astros, in my opinion. So I like Houston tonight, even though I'm on their team total under for the year. I believe it's at 91.5. I think that division is really good, Dad. And I'm not trying to be biased here because my Rangers are in there. But the Mariners, the Angels, the Rangers, and the Astros are all decent, in my opinion. I think Astros obviously are the cream of the crop there, but 91.5 wins in that division is going to be really hard.
No, I'm with you there. Rangers, actually, your team, their team total over is my favorite future of the year. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people with that offense. All right, final game of the night, Padres D-backs. This line has moved way away from the Padres. I have a theory here. A large factor to do with that is the Padres just traded Victor Caratini, who has caught Yu Darvish the last 4 years. He called him in Chicago. He called him in San Diego. They traded Caratini. So the thing is, maybe it's just kind of developing that relationship with another catcher, but the line has moved pretty dramatically down to 135 at the moment. So a lot of line movement here. It'll be Madison Bumgarner going, obviously, the experienced southpaw. AC, I always say this. How old do you think Madison Bumgarner
is? So he won a World Series back, in like 2013, 2015.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to be, I'd say, 36.
He's only 32. And I say it every year. Like last year when he was 31, I was like, all right, this guy's definitely 40.
Yeah.
It continues to amaze me, but he's only 32.
You keep in touch way more than I do with baseball in the offseason. Like, does Bumgarner still have it? Is he good?
Well, that was the thing. Last year, he was rocking an ERA around 5 all year. So he didn't have a very clean year. I think the Padres tee off. I love the Padres tonight. The line, again, that's why the only reason I can think that it's continued to move. If you look at the D-backs lineup, we talk about lineups that just don't have a whole lot. They really don't have a ton, to fear in this lineup. No Tatis to start the season, obviously for San Diego, but they're gonna make some noise, I think, this year as the year goes on, and I like them today. So those are our MLB bets, guys, or MLB leans that we have. Obviously, first day of the year, ease into it a little bit. We still have a lot of NBA. If you're in a flow with NBA, like I've been, AC's been, it's sometimes smarter to just continue to rock that. AC, I got to ask you because I saw your tweets last night. Did you have the Clippers on that late night?
I had the Clippers, bro. I had the Clippers and the Knicks.
Oh, God. Yeah. I wanted to text you about the Clippers and be like, listen, I'm sorry. Because I couldn't believe I had the Clippers team total over 114.5, and I thought I was upset about that, and that wasn't even a bad beat. And I was like, all right, the people who hung the number with the Clippers up 39 points. It just felt weird. Like they won't put their starters back in. Like it honestly, and I'm never a fixed sports guy. Like that ending felt hurt.
So I didn't watch it, right? I was on the way. I was playing basketball myself. So I was on the way to the gym when I saw the halftime score. I was like, oh, they're up 30. Yeah, it should be safe, right? I even tweeted it. I was like, I don't know it yet, but it seems safe. The fact that they got up to 39, a 39-point lead in the second half, that means they actually played well to start out the third quarter, but then somehow lost the lead is like unfathomable to me. Like, I can't believe it. You're right. I think it was definitely fixed. So I did see some of the highlights at the end, like the fouls were dumb. Some of the plays, it felt really weird.
Something felt off with it. And like I said, I'm never that guy that's like a fixed sports guy. That was
and the two coaches came in like it was nothing, right? Like the game wasn't even over yet. Shaking hands.
Yeah, definitely a weird flow. All right, like we said, guys, if you're just joining, we traditionally go over every NBA game. We're not going to talk about the Magic Hornets. We're not going to talk about the Blazers Pelicans. We're not going to talk about the god-awful Lakers and the Thunder and the Warriors. But we will touch on the Celtics and the Bucks. AC, I grabbed this line last night at -5 for the Bucks. It's up to 8.5. So I'm feeling like a champ right now. But we know sometimes it doesn't work. Assumption's got to be guys are out for the Celtics, right? I mean, at this point, the way this line –
yeah, Tatum's out.
Is Tatum officially out? Okay,
yeah,
so I've been so caught up in the MLB and Masters talk. So no Tatum tonight. Now, I think when – it could be a domino effect, kind of when you don't want to necessarily surrender a game, right? But like you're like, all right, let Brown get a rest tonight. Let's like just let your guys get a rest when you're going to kind of give in on a game. So with the new set line 8.5, give me your thoughts.
Yeah, so a lot of people need to look at the standings, right? There's 2 to 3 games left, depending on which team you're looking at. Boston right now is in second, Milwaukee is in third, tied with Philly, right? They're both tied for third place. Milwaukee has a tiebreaker. If you finish second, that means you're going to play the 7th seed. The 7th seed is the winner of the play-in. Right now, Brooklyn is playing a lot better. Obviously, they have Kyrie and KD. We know they don't play any defense, but I don't think you want to play the Brooklyn Nets in the first round. So we're getting information that maybe the Celtics are wanting to lose tonight, right? Because they don't want to finish in the 2 seed. But I don't know. It's tough to say. Yeah, and you're right. Like if Tatum is out and the Bucks are like, well, if Tatum's out, I'm gonna sit Giannis. Like that happens all the time in these situations. Honestly, the NBA has been weird now for a few nights because it is close to the end of the regular season. I'm laying off of this. Great line on your, on your respect getting -5 last night though.
Yeah, and I kind of felt, I was talking to my friends about this because, like you said, this time of year. Sorry, I'm watching Tiger hit a putt. This time of year, we kind of get caught up in, at the end of this season, maybe not thinking there's still some value to bet, but these teams are, and it's not throwing games, right? It's just kind of like positioning yourself. I agree. I don't want to see the Nets. If the Nets in the playoffs, they're still going to be tough, but like last night, their lack of defense is really going to catch up. I'm hoping they face Boston as a Philly fan because then you just knock one of them out. Even if they face Milwaukee, you're getting rid of one of the top dogs, right, in that first round.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, and as Philly, right, you guys want to stay at 4 to play Toronto?
Well, yes and no, because now a story broke. So Matisse Thybulle apparently is not vaccinated. So where he's vaccinated but doesn't have the booster, so he can't play in Toronto. So he's our best defender. I mean, he's one of the best on-ball defenders in the NBA, as you know. I don't want him not there. So
that's crazy. I didn't even know that.
I mean, and now Boston they said 2 top line players unvaccinated. Stories broke that one of them's Jaylen Brown. So if they have to go to Toronto, I don't think like Toronto has this like.
Wait, so have they been playing them in the regular season though?
Yeah, well, so I believe that when there was some type of rule was changing, like Toronto was like a fake advantage. Like they're just like,
it really is. It really is.
You can't play. Like, all right. I mean, I understand it to a degree.
And they'll lift the restrictions right after the playoffs.
Right after the playoffs. Hey, I understand it, right? Toronto's trying to do what they can, but that's why that game tonight that we're going to lead into now. I see Philly and Toronto. This is a key game because here's the thing that we were just talking about. Boston loses tonight to Milwaukee, right? Philly can leapfrog. No matter what, Philly's going to leapfrog one of them if they win. So Philly's going to move up to the 3 either way, whoever wins this game. So if Philly beats Toronto, so then Philly gets to the 3. Everyone wants to play the Bulls. Let me just make that crystal clear. Everyone wants the 3 seed right now. No one wants to play the Raptors because, if your guys aren't vaccinated, they can't play. And no one wants to play the Nets because we know the Nets. But I think Philly right now, this is a key game for them. They win this, they go to the 3 seed. Then Milwaukee or Boston, one of them slide down to the 4. And there's only so many days left.
That 3 seed is gold, man, because the Bulls are so bad.
Like, I go out. I'm saying the 3 seed is like the 1 seed this year, and I'm very serious. It
could be better because the 1 seed you can end up playing the Hawks or the Nets.
Yeah, one of those teams that are dangerous down there. Yeah. But let's get to this Philly game. So they're -1.5. Toronto was really kind of flipped the script here on their season, right? They started kind of sluggish, but Fred VanVleet all-star season. Pascal Siakam's been great. But this is a team with championship DNA in it, right? They head coach and Nick Nurse, champion. They have guys throughout this roster. So there's a tough team. I like Philly tonight, though, because of what I'm talking about. This is a massive game for the Sixers from a standpoint of they kind of need this game. What's your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I like Philly in this one. I also like the over, especially without Thybulle. So I think there's going to be a lot of dribble penetration for Toronto to get in there. And we've seen Philly at times don't play any defense. So if Toronto can get into the lane and get those, kickouts to open 3-point shooters, I think this is going to go well over. But as far as the side, I agree. I think this is the closest thing to a must win in the regular season as you can get for the Sixers. So give me the Sixers just money line. I think it's -1.5 right now, but I'd be safe with the money line.
Yeah, I'm with you here. I mean, this is a obviously unbiased opinion here, just based off how big this game is. I'm gonna have to ride with my Sixers tonight. All right, AC. A lot of people most likely are watching the Masters and the MLB at this point, so we're not going to hold you guys too much longer. But let's give our best bet of the night, unless there's another game that you wanted to hit on. But I think we hit most of them. I know I'm eager to watch the Cubs Brewers and watch the Masters. You are too. So let's get to it. So let's give our best bet of the night.
I'm going to stay right there, man. I think the Sixers get it done tonight on the money line. If you don't want to do that, I think -1.5 is still safe. It's a very big money line flip, right? It started off as the Raptors favored. Now the Sixers are favored on the road in pretty tough conditions, right? And they're getting bad news when it comes to Matisse Thybulle. All those signs really makes me like them more. So give me the Sixers -1.5 tonight.
Well, we got to collab then, man. I'm going Sixers.
Beautiful.
So that maybe we'll run that later. All right, guys. Again, please give a follow to our sponsor at 7 Stack Sports. Going to be doing, and if anyone needs -1 MLB lines, which are very key as the season goes on, make sure to hit up 7 Stack Sports. We will get them out to you guys. So give them a follow at 7 Stacks. Keep an eye on giveaways. Let's get him to 10,000. He's close right now. He's here, right?
He's close. He's close. I think just like 10 people away. So follow now. Let us know that you follow them, and we'll give you some free plays tonight too. So,
all right, guys, we will see you back on Monday, right? Everybody have a great weekend, and we'll see you then. Good luck tonight.
Go Tiger.